Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT time. It's your boy Triple J, hosting back at the seats with my good fellas, Sugar Shane and Des Mundo. How are you guys feeling tonight after what we got on NXT? Wow, wow. Guys, just let me know.
It's your boy, it's your homie, Shane O'Mac, coming to you from the East New York part of the table, saying, what's up? What's good, everybody? Happy Tuesday. And I forgot to mention this yesterday. Happy Elimination Chamber Week. That's right. We're celebrating Elimination Chamber Week. And tonight we're talking about NXT. And an interesting and a cool NXT episode we have today. I can't wait for us to talk about it. What's up, fellas? What's going on?
Yo, it's your boy Mundo. What up, my guys? What's up, everybody listening out there? NXT Tuesday. Don't we love it? Don't we love it? I'm ready for it. Let's get it.
It feels good being back at the helm.
Jay,
And
should I do it for you, Jay? Can I do it? Should I do it?
get him! Yeah, that's how we start our shows, everybody. Shane, one thing. I love how you ended last night. And if we haven't done one yet, I would like to say that, I would like to dedicate this episode to your boy, Double J, if you don't mind.
No, that'll be totally awesome, dude. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Anytime. This show is definitely dedicated to him since, it's your boy Triple J, saluting the Double J, you know? Bless him. And let's have a great one tonight, fellas. And on that note, the show begins. And we begin with a straight up title shot. Wow. We got that off the rip, a North American title shot with Oba Femi and Lexis King. Wow, what a match. I really enjoyed it. Love the outcome. Very hard hitting match. Outcome was, is what it was supposed to be. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, do you think this was the right match up for Oba? And what were your thoughts on the match? I'm going to go with Shane first and then Mundo.
It was heart pounding and it was quick and straight to the point. You know that Alexis King, he's a strong dude. He's a powerful guy. But you know what? He met his match tonight. Mr. Femi, he proved why he is the champ. He is a strong dude. The way he lifted King in the air like that and just threw him across like he was like a bad bunny doll. I mean, dude, he threw you on the ground like what, at least like twice or maybe three times, but it was more than once, which is more than enough for a guy your size to be thrown around like that. A grown ass man that was being thrown around like a little badass boy that was getting on punishment. And at the end, Femi remains champion. It was a good fight, but King, we see that we saw something that was bigger than your mouth, and that was Femi's strength. Congratulations to you, Femi. Mundo?
Yeah, and watching that match, first off, I was happy that, it opened up the night. I thought of it as a solid match for both men. But Jesus, man, Oba is just too strong in these streets, man. My God. Oh man. He took whatever, Lexus was given to him and then just ate it and was like, okay, yeah, watch this. And the closing of the match was just ridiculous. Seeing him, like you said, Shane, just tossing Lexus every which goddamn way was just like, well, golly, like, my God. But, like, who's going to stop this man? Who, in all honesty, can take that title off of that man's shoulder? Because, man, oh, man, I was just left speechless because I didn't get a chance to no, I did see the match actually between him and Dragon Lee. Yeah, that was pretty crazy too. So yeah, I don't know how or if or where or when anybody will stop this man's reign as North American champion. And one thing I found crazy was the little fun fact that they put into the show during this match was that he became champion within his first 10 days, so his first 10 matches. That is outrageous. Like, where they do that at, Jay?
Bro, he's a different species, bro. Once that body gets to where it needs to be, he's going to be a dangerous force. I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing from the guy. And, like I keep on saying with him, he gives me Ahmed Johnson vibes. I don't know why, but it just seems like he got the same package of moves, but he's much more agile with it. And, damn, Lexus, that was crazy. You went down like a sucker tonight, bro. I have high expectations for you. You was giving it your all, but Ovo just, man, man, the clothesline, the pop-up power bomb. I was just like, what was the sense of Von Wagner's boy even trying to come out there? He got floored in like 2 seconds trying to say something. Like, bro, you're not a wrestler no more. Stop trying to pick fights. Like, don't I wouldn't be too surprised now if we get like a Von Wagner match, against Oba just because of some shit like that. Two big guys, but one is dumb and one is smart. So, I'll just say stay tuned to that, and you never know. But let me ask you guys, who would you want to see Obafemi fight next? Mundo, go with you first, and then Shane.
Man, I don't even know. Like, who is there for him to go? I mean, well, to go after him. I'm still learning his roster. Um, if Trick wasn't really into the whole main belt situation, maybe I would have been like, let's see what they look like going against each other. But right now, everybody else just seems too small to me. Maybe I'm bugging. Shane?
Off the top of my head, the only person that can probably take his hits and take his punishment and smile at his face would be Gacy. He's the only one that I can see that has like that stamina to take the blows and take the hits. I mean, there's not too many guys there that I can think of. Like, I only know but so many guys, because like that says, we're just coming into this NXT world. But for what I've seen so far, he seems to be the only guy that can. I don't know. That's a tough question. That's more of a you question, Jay. This is your world, dude.
But I'm just trying to pique your guys' insight and seeing where you guys are at as far as with stuff like that, and what you've seen from other guys so far, probably
I
even
think I
tonight.
have one. I got one. Um, if it was a singles person, I would say Breaker. There you go. Breaker versus Femi. Not even for a title, just to see who can win that match. There you go.
Ooh, yeah, that's a powerful match right there. I could definitely see something like that. I would pay big money for that, just because we know both of them are primetime players or whatnot. Man, nice. After that, we got one of our many promos of the night, which I love talking about. We had JC Jane, Thea, and they were in the back. They were, um, Thea was crying boo-hoo about her date with Riley Osborne, and she felt like she let the date go away. And JC Jane was like pretty much like F that or whatnot. And then you see here comes Santino's daughter, because I keep on forgetting her name, Ariana Grace, there you go. She gives her advice and tells her to go back and talk to them. They just don't look desperate. And then JC was like, stay out of our business or else. You can see already that JC Jane's going back to her evil side based off of some shit like that. You know, is there anything do you see like JC Jane even moving up anytime soon, or whew, what do you think is the finished product for her, Shane, and then Des?
Of course, you had to ask me first. Uh I don't know. I need to see more of her. I mean, yes, we saw her earlier today, and I was like, yeah, I need to see more of her before I can like make an overall. But it's like so far from what I've seen tonight. Dot 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 dot. Mundo.
Well, I don't really know too much about her. All I know about her in the last few weeks that I've been watching NXT, or a few months basically, is that all I know her is just the person that was trying to figure the whole thing out with Chase U. I don't really know much about. I've never seen her actually fight. Every time I see her, she's in the back talking. So I have no idea. That's another question that we would ask you, Jay, because I have no clue.
Damn it. Why am I doing this to myself? But anyways, the next promo featured Paxley talking with Lyra Valkyria in the back and how thankful she was for Lyra actually coming down there to help her. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the looks that I got from that match, I mean from just that little promo, it looks like Paxley was like she just fell in love with Lyra, like she really likes her type shit. I don't know if it's me, but I want to ask you guys that. What did y'all guys think of the look that she gave? And but the stuff that she told her, you know, she got a surprise coming to her after the match if she doesn't, interfere or come down. What did you guys get out of that? Dez and then Shane.
I'm gonna go and yield my time to Shane. Shane, go ahead. Jay, check your.
Jay, you are really asking like some Spanish lesson questions here while we're sitting in French class. Because I'm guessing she was telling her this because she knew that she was going to come out and interfere in the match because that's what Tatum does. Because in her head, I guess she likes Valkyria so much, she feels that she's helping. So that's why for what I gathered, I figured that that's why Valkyria told her what she said, because she knew by telling her that there would be a reward if you were to stay in the back. That way I can focus and I don't have you to distract me. So yeah, using those words to talk to her, because we see the type of person that Tatum is. Like she has like that overzealous fan type of vibe about her. So it's like Val has to like be real careful as to how she talks to her, the words that she uses to get her to understand what it is that Val wants her to do. So that's what that little segment was. It was easily to say, yeah, it's easy to say, Tatum, I want you to stay back here. But it was the words that she used and the way that she said it that made Tatum stay. So I can see why they had this particular, this scene in the back. Does that answer the question, Jay?
Yes, it does, unfortunately. I appreciate it. But, we got yet the Wolf Dogs coming out to the ring in their ceremonial speech. And the crowd was behind them. And it was a good thing to see because of the fact that they were basically just one upping each other on everything. And that was cool. Then we got Chase U coming out talking their talk. And we got Nathan Frazier in Axiom who comes out and decides to want to interrupt. Did you guys peep what Frazier had said? Shane, I sent it to you to play it, but I just want to make sure since Mr. I don't watch promos probably missed this, so I would like for you to play it for me if you can.
Hold on a second. You gonna take something that's private and put it out in the public? Okay, I say this every goddamn week. I don't write down the promos of NXT because there's too many fucking promos on NXT. It'd be 10 promos in a row, and most of it just be a whole bunch of bullshit. So there ain't nothing new. Shit. Last week's show, I said it last week when I was doing this show. There's too many motherfucking promos on this shit. Here we go again, and I skipped through a few of those as well. Don't take a shot at me when I was just making sure that you don't throw something to me, and I'm just like, well, I'm gonna just throw it right back to Shane. Just giving you a heads up.
Here's the soundbite that is requested by Triple J.
I don't think so, pal. That's not how this works.
Was that it, Jay?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
And I
What
saw,
did you saw that?
yeah,
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you for seeing that. But based off of what y'all saw in that, does any of those two tag teams that are trying to go after Wolf Dogs, do they get you excited to actually feel like they're worthy of like actually contending? Mr. Dez, I'm gonna go with you first.
yeah, because you was about to say Shane as usual. But anyway, first off, um, Axiom's accent confused the hell out of me. Is he like Irish, Hispanic, both? Like it was so weird. It's like it was giving off like a tad bit of Andrade, but then like a tad bit of like Becky Lynch or what's his name, that Patrick dude that used to be on the commentary. I was so confused, and then in my head I'm like, damn, he also looks like he's just has a mic to his face, and somebody in the back is talking for him. So I was, I was all over the place with that one, but I'm not familiar with Chase U still. Tonight was like the first time I actually seen the guy Chase fight. So, you know, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But I think, I mean, we seen Frazier and Axiom. Did we not see them go against the Wolf Dogs already in the Dusty Cup?
Yeah, we
Right,
did. They
right.
lost.
Right, but that was a good match. I mean, if anything, I would use that as my answer to your question. I would say Frazier and Axiom would be the best opponents out of the two that we saw tonight for the titles. Shane?
First off, did Corbin ever use the phrase wolf dogs as he promised before they won the titles? Do you remember, Jay? Because he did promise he was going to say the word.
Right. And he hasn't said it yet. I
Mm.
didn't hear I didn't hear it because you seen what Corbin was doing. He was sidetracking everything. Because, they were just both going at it. So it was, that's what I seen from the both of them.
Yeah, they were throwing shades back at each other. I guess it was to prove the point that, that they can be, what did they say? They could be assholes. But then at the end of the day, it's all good because they're tag team champions. So, I mean, yeah, these guys, they came out and it was like, oh, I could do this and we could do that. And Chase U and this guy comes out, hey, we could do this and we could do that. And, Ava, she came out with her boss boots on. And, she called the fair. It was a fair decision that she said. She said, hey, why don't you guys fight it out? And the winner, we get a chance for the tag team champs. That was fair. Thought that was fair. But I wanted to hear Corbin acknowledge Wolf Dogs, because by him saying that, it would definitely be official because he's part of the Wolf Dogs. Say the name, damn it. You won the titles and you promised you was going to say it. So say it. Say it.
One
Say
more
it like a
thing.
minute.
One more thing. I thought the Spear of Days comment was funny. Like I like that, and then the crowd started chanting that Spear of Days. So maybe that might be a finishing move moving forward with them. Jay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I definitely can see that, and the crowd continuously get behind it. I want to see what's next from them. Because we didn't even get much about what when this guy signed to SmackDown. I thought Corbin was gonna probably ask him something on it, which he didn't. So I guess they gotta just play that off. And yeah, kudos to Ava. Ava had her hands tied tonight. She did a lot, you know, and she's being won over by the crowd, and they're seeming to like her more and more because she's a good face. Before that little backlash stuff that they was doing a couple of weeks ago to fuck with her, all of that's behind her in the past, and I like what she's doing. Kudos to your chick, Mr. Mundo. She's doing a grade A job, and I was one who was like, I had my doubts with it, but good so far, so good on the job.
Same here, man. Here's your drink. That's for you, Ava. And I got your drink at the bar. Meet me at the bar, sweetie.
Right, where we'll be at the head of the table. What you was gonna say, Des?
I said respect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ay, ay, ay. After that, oh my God, we had another promo. Jesus Christ. Roxanne Perez talking about Ren Sinclair and saying that she's going to be watching the match with Lyra and Shotzi. Yeah, right. He really was. That led into her match with Ren Sinclair. And wow, that was a totally different side of her, this match that she had. And she looked real ruthless tonight. I was liking this little badass side of her. And A1 from her. I like the mean streak. Guys, what are your thoughts on that one? Shane and then Des.
think this is my first time seeing this Ren Sinclair fight.
Correct. This was her debut.
Really? Huh. Because, she came out looking like a little high school girl that was in the cheerleader squad. She came out looking cute. And for some reason, she rubbed her chin. I guess that was to signify, as a reminder as to when Perez slapped her, which was that was like a week ago, and you still feeling that slap a week later? Girl, you need some medicine. But I would say that I was, it was a cool match. That Ren, she's a stronger than I thought, stronger than she appeared. But then Perez was a smarter fighter because she focused on her weakest part, which was her left arm, and she focused on that. So again, it's using strategy versus strength. Who would win in this match? And we saw who won. It was strategy. And that's where Perez won. That's how she won. She won by using her brains. And Ren was just trying to use her strength, which she has, but it didn't win. But I would say good debut tonight, Sinclair. Very good. Mundo?
Yeah, I concur with that assessment. Great debut for Ren Sinclair. She put up a good fight, but I am loving this new side of Roxy. Boy, oh boy. You guys already know I've been on the Roxy train, but Lord have mercy. I love this new, more serious, just the same thing with the New Day. The more serious, no more happy-go-lucky, just straight, like, look, get in my way and I'm going to fuck you up and I'm going to keep it pushing. And I liked it. She said that Ren is in a place where she used to be, where she should, she used to just be happy to be there. But she was like, if I keep going that way, well, if she keeps going that way, then she'll see her chances and things of that nature being taken away from her by all the other women in NXT. So I like this change in her. I like the more aggressive style in the ring. And I thought that they fucked up at first at the end of the match. Here we go. I apologize, guys. I am still in my new studios. So we're going to get the hour. Please hold.
So then, Des, is it cool to say that she has a reason, a legit reason, to have this aura, this new feeling about her? Because she has a legitimate reason to have these feelings, yes? Besides the bell ringing in your studio. She has other reasons to be angry, right?
That shit's annoying me. I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean, she has a legitimate gripe. She never lost the title. And then she's seen other people get opportunities ahead of her. I mean, usually when you're on the main roster, if you don't lose your title, you're like the first person to come. When you come back, you're the first person to get a title shot. But that ain't happened. And then, but I don't want to get too far ahead. But yeah, I just wanted to say that at first I thought that she effed up the ending of the match, but then to see that she hit the pop rocks, but then decided to go and have a submission win, I was like, that's a statement right there. That's a statement right there. Statement win by going and making somebody submit versus just taking the 1, 2, 3. And I like that a lot. Jay.
Bro, kudos to her. I felt like this match was the official match of her turning heel, going on an evil streak. And I'm all for it too, Des. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd rather her be a heel than be a babyface because she got that babyface look in her. So for her to have this now is good to see, and I want to continuously see what the build up for her is. It's something big, and there's a reason why Booker T picked her, and said she was a chosen one. So kudos to her, and yeah, kudos to Ren Sinclair on her debut as well. Let's see what's coming up with them two later on down the line. After that, we got a promo that I'm just gonna breeze by because pretty much, that was the worst promo ever. So, there was no quarter catch crew, blah blah blah. They came out and said something about a catch clause. So here we go. They get a title match next week or the week after, which I don't care for. So that instantly jumps us into Brooks versus Jensen, two former tag partners. And pretty much this is the first time you guys are seeing Jensen fight. We've seen Brooks already a couple of times since we've been here talking about NXT. With this match, what since you guys probably do know, I'm gonna remind you guys that this is Bull Buchanan's son, Jensen. And to me, to me, when I saw him come with the cowboy boots and everything, I was like, I don't know. You got to change the cowboy look up. You got to switch it. Because what I saw in his face was young Jake the Snake. You know, what were your guys' thoughts on this match? Because I thought it was a good one. Des, take it away and then pass it on down.
Shane, you go first. I'll come in after you.
I think this was my first time seeing them two fight, saying that they were a former tag team. So it's interesting when you see two former tag team partners fight like that for any reason, because it has to reach like a certain high point in order for you guys to get physical instead of just like, talking it out or yelling. And it was a hard hitting match. Like, it was really hard hitting. These guys are really big dudes, and it was really like putting a pounding on each other. And it was so, like hard hitting. This dude had like what was it, like a busted lip or something? Like, this dude was bleeding from the mouth. And when he won, he gave dude, a bloody kiss on the head. And he goes, I did this for you because I love you. It's like, yeah, I had to beat your ass, let you know that's how much I love you. I love you so much that I'll whoop your ass in the ring in front of millions of people. What he's supposed to say, I got my ass handed and I love you too. I mean, you could have told me this, in a conversation instead of whooping my ass in front of everybody. But hey, man, you had to grow some balls, and that was part of it. So congratulations on the win, Briggs, and congratulations on your new pair of balls, Jensen.
You know, before Des speaks, the crazy thing was, like, before you guys started watching NXT, they was part, since they were a tag team, they had Fallon, the other girl, with them as a trio, and like right before you guys started watching, they literally all went their separate ways, and Jensen really had no way to go because he was so into Kiana James, and that's what seemed, the fallout of the entire group. Just figure out, throw that into you, so you guys can know how this, basically led up now to them actually fighting each other.
Well, I completely see why JBL likes Josh so much. He reminds me of how APA used to fight. Like, they were just two guys you did not want to get in the ring with because they were just really hard hitting motherfuckers, and they enjoyed it. And they didn't change their style against anybody who they went up against. And the way he is taking it to Brooks, Lord have mercy, man. I'm because I'm in the middle of watching the match right now. Like you said, Shane, this is a hard hitting match, and to me, I can see them as like old school WWEF guys, maybe like in that mid card situation, possibly going for a European title or a hardcore title or the Intercontinental title. Like, but you can definitely tell that it's brother versus brother. It's nothing personal, but it is personal. But it's nothing personally bad. I'm enjoying it 100%. I think that. Am I saying his name right? It's Josh Brooks. Is it Josh Brooks or Briggs? Josh
It's
Briggs.
Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen.
Right.
Right.
That's easy confusing me. So Josh
Oh
is
my
definitely.
God. Wait a minute. Say it again. You said it's Brick. Oh my God. I wrote Brooks versus Jensen. Holy shit. My bad. I led you the wrong way. I
No,
basically led you the wrong way, Des. My bad. Oh
no,
shit.
Ooh-wee.
it's not you. I get them confused because of the bees. I don't know which bee belongs to which person. They're both bees. So that's why I asked, and they just
They're
showed the
both
graphic.
J's too.
Right. But I'm saying, Brooks, that's the one in the blue jeans. I can tell that this might be a starting point for him moving forward. Jay, I agree with you. He definitely does give off young um what's his face Jake the Snake vibes with the messy hair and the messed up hairline and the
The mustache.
mustache, the long sideburns. I mean, you going and going and going. But yeah, I definitely, whoa, what a goddamn chokeslam that was. Wow. Okay. But yeah, I'm enjoying this match. Clearly, I see who got the busted lip now. Hard hitting match. Definitely wouldn't mind if they kept this going. But yeah, that's my take.
So Des, let me ask why you watching, and Jay also, because you compare Josh Briggs, the guy with the bloody mouth now. You kind of compared him with what, APA, what's that, JBL? because he has a powerful clothesline also. Would you say that clothesline, his clothesline delivery, is close to JBL or on the same level as JBL or over JBL?
I'll say close, which is probably why JBL, met with him in the back a few weeks ago and said what he said about him being the future. Because nobody can deliver that goddamn clothesline like JBL. Not Gunther, not Josh, not anybody else that tries to do a lariat clothesline from hell, in my opinion. Jay?
Oh man, what I would think is JBL's is way better. With this guy, he just needs to polish it up more and have more in ring moves to set that move up that you'll be like, oh damn, we already know what's that is about to come any second. Like yo, 5, 4, 3, wow, you get a power slam, throw into ropes, and then you get the clothesline. Like how Gunther would do. He'll do like a power slam or something. The kicks. He'll do his drop kick to the ropes and does his little setup prior to the ending of the match. So, I want to see more of his finishing product as far as with that JBL thing.
I see the difference because he just did it. Shit, he just hit this shit twice. My God. JBL's clothesline looked more like a stiff arm, like straight up. His arm was just straight up. This dude, his arm off rip is bent, so it doesn't give it the full effect of like goddamn. And I think that's like the subtle difference between them. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. But obviously, like I said, JBL's the god of the clothesline from hell.
Tell me you're looking at that next promo that just came on. Or
Yes,
you, or you
and with that, can we have you guys openly admit on air that I was not bugging out last week when I said to y'all that I remember Mankind being in a straitjacket and things about Undertaker? Like I knew I wasn't bugging. I had to go and find it in the archives. But yeah, I'm watching this. I'm not listening to it obviously, but I'm watching it. This is odd, but this is still giving me Mankind and Undertaker vibe from the '90s.
Yeah, I thought we gave you your roses on that. But if we didn't, yes, Des, you was absolutely right. There's your flowers, man. I hope you enjoyed it. I took the thorns out so you won't cut yourself.
Thank you. And y'all gave me my props in private, but I wanted it to be on air because it started on air. Oh, how did he do that?
Is
Yo,
that
that
where we're
shit.
up to now? We're up to this Gacy digest.
Yeah,
Is that where we are, Jay?
yeah, we're at Humpty Dumpty. That shit was hilarious to me. The way Gacy was the entire time, bro. Like Shane, just his demeanor and the way he carries himself. You look at Gacy, you're just like, yo, bro, you gotta laugh at him. It's just like, as opposed to like when Bray would do that type of a laugh or just his funny shit, you would just want to laugh at it. And then there's certain parts where you gotta take him in serious because then you get the serious face. You know, I'm really liking what Gacy is doing. What are your thoughts on him and this role that he's having now? Since this is the first role you're basically seeing him in. Do you think this is the way to go with him, or you know, don't change, or change it up?
With me, for what I'm seeing, because for you, in order to sell that, you really have to sell it. It's either you sell it or you don't. It's either we believe it or we don't. And I believe this. Like I truly believe that this guy is crazy. Like there's something like really like wrong with him. And he has proven that since day one when I saw him till tonight. That whole scene was just like so eerie, and it was bugged out. And I absolutely loved. I love how Gacy, like, he smeared his face on the window of the door, and he did like this. You know how you huff your air onto a window and you get like the smoke, the condensation, whatever you want to call it. And he used his nose to form two eyes, and then he rubbed it on the bottom to create the smile because he made like this almost like a ghost figure on the window, almost like a devil head or a devil ghost. And he just laughed, and I was like, that was so perfect from a visual standpoint of view to tell the whole entire story as to how crazy this guy is. And Dijak is looking at him like, what can I do to this guy? And at the end, I said, you better hope he doesn't get out of that jacket because he is going to get that ass, Dijak. Whew, I feel bad for him. Des?
Well, yeah. I mean, this is the only thing that I know of him, but I like him. This whole molding of him being Bray Wyatt and Mankind and whoever else wrapped up in one. And then, like you said, Shane, in order for somebody to portray this, they have to dive deep into it and become it. And it's very believable. It's perfect. I was laughing, even though I didn't hear what was being said. But just the facial reactions of him and leaning up against the glass and that stuff, it was just, it's perfect cinema, perfect for the cameras. I don't know how Dijak didn't laugh. You know, they probably had to take that a few times in order for him not to laugh. But like you said, Shane, that's why you guys heard me say before we started talking about this. I was like, how did he do that when he made that the face with his nose and his breath on the glass? I was like, that's crazy. That's odd, but cool. But yeah, I'm invested in this. Like I said a few weeks ago, I want to see where it goes from here. Maybe I have to go back to 1996 and look at some things and see what they might be playing around with. But yeah, I like it 100% for him because he's doing it, and his perfect you know counterpart is Dijak. So kudos to them, Jay.
Can I ask this question across the board since we have Gacy on our topic, Jay?
Go ahead, go ahead. Let's see what you got to say.
Let's have a street match or a lumberjack match. It would be Gacy versus prime time Cactus Jack. I mean, at his most prime, Cactus Jack versus Gacy. Who do you think would win that match?
I will say Cactus Jack by a mile, bro. He was reckless. If we go back to his ECW days, bro, oh shit. The barbed wire matches, the thumbtacks, the nails, the burning of shit of the tables. Like, bro, he's the hardcore GOAT, in my opinion. He's A1. And, Gacy, I need Gacy to be featured more. I need at least this question to be asked 5 years down the line and seeing where this character goes, if it goes anywhere. So, let's jot this down, and in 2029, this week, this day, we'll come back to this.
Okay, Shane, go ahead. Shane, you had something to say, Shane?
Yeah, I was gonna ask Jay. So yes, you see Cactus winning, but do you see Gacy giving him like basically a run for his money? Like you see him giving Lumber a good match. It's like I can't get this son of a bitch down. I can't get him to surrender. Like it would be like that kind of match. Like Cactus Jack would win, but man, what a battle it would be. That's how I would look at it. Like you really have to beat like Casey down. It's almost like Peter Griffin and the chicken, where you think that Peter destroyed the chicken, but the chicken opened his eyes and it's to be continued.
I
Go ahead, Des.
go ahead.
Go ahead. You was already talking. I was just laughing.
I was gonna say that analogy was actually pretty good, Shane, because that's how I think it would be. Honestly, between the two of them, it would be like a constant to be continued situation, because of the fact that Gacy seems to just keep coming back. So yes, Cactus might win that battle, but the war will continue and continue and continue until it's like, okay, enough is enough. So I don't see Cactus by a mile. I think Cactus would have to pull out all the stops to get it done with the thumbtacks, the bed of nails, the explosions, jumping off of ladders and chairs and tables. Oh my! Like, I think that it would have to be some really really brutal shit if they were both like you said, Jay. We don't know what Gacy's prime looks like. Maybe he won't even be this character in another 5 years or so. But if he is and he really develops it and gets into it, I mean, that I think that would have been, that would be a future dream match if everything goes right for him. And yeah, that's my take on it. But good job with that one, Shane, with the whole Peter and the chicken. Like that was really cool.
Thank you much, very.
Yo, nah, Gacy, I look at him like, yo, he's not gonna go down at all. He's gonna get his ass beat, but he's gonna just laugh at the ass beating, and then at that, we don't know what he's gonna pull out of his bag of tricks because, there's times when he's in the ring and he's he's really hardcore to the bone, and we've seen that hardcore match he had with Dijak already. So you know, this is he's the type of guy that it's got to be like a 60-man Iron Man match, or you can't get up, standing 10 count. I mean, you got to lay down for 10 seconds and that's it. You're done. That's the type of a match I would love to see Gacy in. If that was the matchup against Cactus, bang bang, he'll do that. Cactus Jack does that shit in his face to him in the middle of the match. Does bang bang, you'd be like, oh shit, fucking Cactus, only him. But see, like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. If that's the case, if he's gonna go down like a Mankind route, then he does have to have certain alter egos. So, we probably gonna get this straight jacket version of him. Then we're gonna get another version of him, the happy side, where everything's just happy go lucky. And then maybe he's gonna have that mean streak side. Maybe we'll get what you're saying, Des. You never know. And on that note, like, Des, what are you up to now?
Just keep going, keep going. I'll let you know where I'm not at. Just keep going. You good?
Okay,
Message.
so, that person's not here, so we can
Oh,
skip
okay.
on by them. We got an old school Mellow at the Chop Shop. Before you guys started watching NXT, him and Trick always used to go to a barbershop and have their little man talk because, they were on their prima donna shit. Yeah, and when I seen this promo, I was like, man, Mello delivered on this one easily. Loved it. And, you know, I'm still saying Trick, it was the best move he could do. But, you know, yeah, guys have said differently, but I'm still sticking with this because I actually, I'm for the heel version of Mello, and we would want to see what's the continuation of things. But, like Mello said, I'm always going to be a one of one. Now, Shane, seeing that promo of him being in the barbershop chair, what were your thoughts about what he said to both Ilya and to Trick?
Well, he was basically just explaining, and the awesome video editing was also showing why he was saying and doing and feeling the way he's feeling. It's like, wow, you're thinking that, that we're boys, and I'm on top and I was going to, help you get up on top. But then the whole time, I'm feeling that you're giving me the side eye, and they were showing shots of, them two together and what could have been a shot of Trick giving him the side eye. And it was perfect. It was perfect as to reason why we understand why Mello feels the way he feels, which is what I was expecting. Because remember I said that a lot of times bad guys or bad people have legit reasons to be bad, and it's legit enough for us to understand and be like, I kind of understand it. I see your point of view. Because it's always the good guy that say, "Oh, don't get with him. He's bad. He's bad. Stick with me. Eat your vitamins and stay in school." And we go for that. It's a boo to the bad guy. But now the bad guy finally explains in detail why he's doing the do, and we understand. I like that whole entire video package. The style and the way it was shot, the fact that he went back to their old stomping grounds like that added layer to the storytelling. The whole thing was it was dope. And I'm really looking forward to next week when he faces Dragunov, where they two have their little conversation. And who knows when we're going to see Trick? I mean, what's going on with Trick? Like, was he like injured? Because we haven't seen him, in a while since the PLE a couple of weeks back. I mean, I hope this dude is okay. I haven't heard anything. What say you, Mundo?
Yeah, Shane, do me a favor. Can you do that a whole round of applause situation, please?
Who we clapping for?
I would like to, clap up and that whole soliloquy of yours, because it was spot on about how I feel about that promo with Mello. I literally, everything you said was spot on. I agree with it 100%. We actually got to see what Mello was talking about. This to me is the same thing that Bailey would do in the sense of damage control, and them showing videos of what she thought was them having a good time, but then you also see the videos of them laughing and all that other stuff. I seen it. It was some stuff there. After a while, Trick was giving him a side eye on while he's looking at his friend or quote unquote friend holding his title or whatever like that, or sitting there, So I agree with you 100%, Shane. I love every bit of this, every way it was directed and shot. I like the nod to LeBron James because he does that with his guys. They sit in the barbershop and they talk. So I like how they did that. They took that from Braun. And yeah, like I couldn't wait till we got to this promo right here. This is one I actually watched because it was one that was actually important and it made sense. So yeah, Jay, back to you.
Mm. Do you guys? Let me ask you guys this question since we're talking about Melo at the moment. Do you think the end of his run on SmackDown is officially done? Do you think it's going to be, officially the lock-in to being back on NXT full time, guys? Mundo, I'm gonna ask you that first, and then Shane.
Of course not. I told you guys this a few weeks ago, a month or so ago. I said that this storyline between the two of them is going to lead into WrestleMania, which would be his final match on NXT, and then he's going to get his promotion to the main roster. So I don't think that he's locked in with NXT. I just think that he's locked in with this story right now with Trick, and which is why Trick has not been seen for 2 weeks or so because they have a lot of time before Stand and Deliver to execute this thing fully. So yeah, that's my take. I'm gonna stick with my guns. I'm gonna stick to what my timeline says. So not Jay, Shane. How about you?
Yeah, I agree. Mello, stick with what's going on right now because this is like one of the top stories. This is the top stories of the night. It's the top story of NXT actually. This relationship and what Trick is going to do next. What Dragunov is going to do next. How far will Mello go to get this title, and how far will Mello go to prove as to how angry he is at Trick and how basically messed up Trick is to his boy. Because it's a lot of deep stuff that's going on here, like really deep coming from Mello. Because he's hurt. He's hurt that his own boy. He's having this conversation. He's having this situation with his own homie, and he had to explain this in one of the hangout spots, which is the barbershop.
Shane,
So yes,
didn't you feel that when he said I had to get him before he got me? Isn't that sad?
that's horrible. That's horrible that you're talking about a friend, not just a competitor, not just somebody that works in the same company. This is a friend. This is your homie. You guys have like a lot of stories and a lot of relationships. Even the video showed a whole lot of clips of them two together, duking it out for each other, celebrating when he had the title. He was there for you, supposed to celebrate. And it's supposed to be, I shine and you shine and we both shine. But apparently he was hating on my shine. Like, dude, you're supposed to be celebrating with me. And then that way I can help you gain your shine. And then I will celebrate with you. That's how we're supposed to do it. That's if you shining, I will congratulate you and I will put you on the highest pedestal and help the pedestal stay steady so you don't fall. Because if you fall, all of us fall. So why would I betray you and hate on you like that over some jealousy? Like, come on, that's not how boys do it. True boys, true men, we celebrate each other, we congratulate each other, and then when it comes to my time will come. This is your time. We're gonna celebrate your time. When it's Jay's time, we celebrate his time. When it's mine, we celebrate mine. But we all have our times. And if your boys are true boys, they will celebrate with you.
Shane, please, one more time. Can you please give yourself a round of applause, Shane? That was fucking amazing. Please.
Yeah, I had to stop. I was about to cry for a second because this is a really deep situation. Like for me, I don't like that when people betray like that. I really don't like that. When you open yourself up so wide for someone to come into your life and to come into that space where you don't be so open like that to a lot of people. It's only a chosen few because there's something about their frequency that attracted to you. And there's something about them that says, yeah, I like this guy. I'm going to welcome him in. I like her. I'm going to welcome her in. And then to betray you like that, especially for something over jealousy, over something that you can easily gain and just as easily lose. It's like, come on. Yeah.
And I like the angle that you took with it as far as like the superhero versus the supervillain. Because if that was the case, if Mello was such the villain that people want him to be, he wouldn't have this story. He wouldn't have all these emotions and everything that was built up inside for so long to explain. But it's the fact that everybody wants him to be the bad guy because everybody loved Trick so much and Trick was so over. They're painting him to be the bad guy, just like with The Rock. Because because of the fact that everything happened, everybody started to boo The Rock. So now what? The Rock has come back, and now he is being a heel. He's being what you want to portray him as, but he's still trying to be who he is. So it's all perception, and I don't see Melo any different than I saw him prior to Vengeance Day. But, you know, like, he's running with this heel persona that they want to put on him. So I will always say, hashtag let's go heel Melo. Jay?
And thus the reason why he said, y'all did this. Y'all made me this way. It's because of y'all that I'm like this. And when you really deep down look into what he meant, what he said, he is 100% right. 100%.
Usually, like, also, one thing I look at is the fact that when Melo lost the belt, it was the same night that Trick won his opportunity. You know, I mean, yeah, won his opportunity, and no, won the North American Championship. Matter of fact, that's what happened. So Trick was already hyped up from winning that match, and Melo was already pissed off from losing his. So that's when the whole thing basically started between the two, and basically everything flipped between the both of them. And it's been a really good storyline that we're being fed between the both of them. From when Trick was with him and watching him be the champ, beat everybody. Trick was there by his side, doing all of that. But eventually the sidekick wants some action himself and took the chance. Can't be mad, and to me it became successful for him. But at the same time, we got, like you said, there's the development of the heel Mellow that the crowd wants him to be. And this is good for him and who he is. And, his character built is A1 with it. That's why I say, it's like you could teeter totter both ways and be like, I'm on Trick's side, I'm on Mellow side, because of how you guys already seen how it played out between the both. I agree with you guys on your parts. And, I always stay with the fact that I was always on Trick's side based on the fact that I was watching it, how the story really unfolded from day one. So, I love how you guys put the whole thing into perspective. And Shane, you killed it on that one. I give it to you, bro.
Man, just like the bloodline, we could talk about this on like its own show for like 2 hours.
That ass. Just the fact that Son is a heel, he became, it's true what Des was saying. Like, he became an extreme heel literally right around the same time The Rock showed up. And it's good now that we have that on each show, that where there's an extreme heel that we all be like, shit, he's a major player, and it's good for what we watch. And I'm gonna start hashtagging that heel Mellow every Tuesday night from now on. Des, you better start doing the same thing so we can start seeing these tweets pop up. And
Copy that.
yes, sir. And if we want to continue on that, we had a match. Wow. We had Ariana Grace versus JC Jane. She came out with Thea Hale and hear this one, Des. Jasmine Nix. NYX. Nix. Ugh. Ugh. What a bad name to go by. But that's definitely some eye candy. I ain't gonna lie to you. And, with that match, the way JC Jane came out with them, two behind her, it made me feel like the way when it was her, Mandy Rose, and Gigi Dolan, and they were a group. So and you can see Thea Hale all out of it from the jump, while Jasmine was all into it because she's a pretty girl. And within that match, the right person was supposed to win. We already knew who was going to win the match. So quick thoughts on the match. Shane, since this is the ladies' night match, take it away.
I would like to take them all away, but we got to leave them there so they can perform. I say kudos to the ladies for, of course, doing their thing. Jasmine Nix, you say her name is? She has a new fan. His name is Shane O'Mac. But I did notice some shade that was going on there at the end of that match, y'all. I don't know if you noticed. When JC won, her girls, they came up, and this Thea Hale, she went to grab her arm to raise her hand in victory, but then Jasmine came in and just swooped her hand out of the way, and it was like, I got this, raised her hand, leaving Thea in the back looking like, did this bitch just pull my hand down like that? No, this bitch did not just do this. What is going on here? You're celebrating without me? Didn't I just give you the sad story in the back a minute ago? I'm over here crying. I'm sad. And you over there in front and you're celebrating? How dare these bitches do this to me? You just wait. You wait till next week. I got something for y'all asses. Go ahead, celebrate all you want. But I got y'all. That's what I got from that
Yo,
little segment. Jay.
your whole background
Whoa.
hilarious, bro. Like, oh my gosh. I'm sorry to interrupt. I just had to make that comment.
Go ahead. What were your thoughts on the match as well?
Well, I
Let
mean,
us
I've
know.
never seen JC perform before, so I mean, it was a good match. I think, like Shane was saying, the main situation of that match was the whole outside, where Thea didn't want to interfere, or she was acting stupid because she was pretending that she didn't understand what JC was telling her to do, and then Jasmine pushed out the way and was like, "Move, bitch," and then hit Ariana in the back, and then tossed her in the ring. And what is this move called? Because it looked like a version of the women's right by JC. I was like, wow, that's a strong ass right hand. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't want to repeat the same thing that Shane said as far as the end of the match. But that was my take on it. But Jay, did you get a chance to catch what they called that move?
No, I didn't. Because what I wrote was that she won with a punch. I don't know what they called it. Actually, did you hear it or no?
No, I have the TV on mute because I'm talking with you guys. So I did not catch that. I was hoping that one of y'all did, but oh well. The woman's right.
No. Oh God! Please don't do that to her. Oh God! But with JC Jane, I don't know. She's a iffy competitor to me. She's always seeming to need help and having a crew around her. I want to see what she could do on her own without nobody. Like literally, stop being around people. You was already in one group, then you try to go to chase you and mess with them. Now you got to take this girl under your wing and probably get another girl and yada 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 yada. There goes another girl group for you. Get out of that angle already. I want to see what you as a competitor can do. Ariana Grace, we've been seeing her, on and off since we've been doing the show. She's probably fought like maybe 3 times, and she's getting better in the ring. I can actually say, and kudos to her father, Santino Morella, the Snake Man himself. You know, he definitely got a good one on his hands right there, and I'm excited to actually see what she could continue doing down the line. And on that note, we got a promo after that match. Ay Dios míos. We got the family at the table. And I didn't really take too much notes down because Tony was pretty much carrying the whole promo, talking about the family gotta, you know, he gotta basically be the Don again, you know, which signals to me that there's no more tag team. Everybody's gonna go their separate ways. Similar to how Brooks and Jensen and Fallon did. And, like he said, if the uppers don't want to hear it, well, then tell them, come talk to me. You know, he's playing a real leader role at the moment. And what I see from that little promo was somebody in the higher ups within NXT or just WWE itself probably said, yo, this guy looks good by himself based off of what we last saw from him in that tag team match against the Wolf Dogs. We've seen a lot of development from him. So, guys, do you guys see him being long term as a singles competitor or as a tag team guy? Dez, I'm gonna go with you on that one, and then Shane.
God damn it! Why the hell I gotta go first for? Ugh, I didn't even hear the goddamn promo. You're talking about the Don,
Yeah, the Don.
bro. How are you mad when you know I didn't? I was literally talking to y'all
No,
about this.
okay, but even if you got it on mute based on what I'm saying, I'm saying, do you see him more as a singles guy or as a tag team competitor going forward?
A tag match person. That's pretty much it. I don't see him being a singles competitor yet. I still think that there's more development than that's needed on his behalf. Yes, he looked good last week against the Wolf Dogs. But other than that, I mean, yeah, I don't. I think that he should stay where he is. They don't need to break up the family or any of that nature. They need him to be where he's at, and they need to build on that. Maybe get them into a rivalry with the Wolf Dogs to probably get their championships back. But yeah, Shane.
Yeah, it was that whole promo was kind of weird because he was like, because the other dude, he was like, yeah, let's get our titles back, and Don was like, no, I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about other things and bigger things, and I was waiting for like, okay, what things? And another thing that was odd to me, I don't know if this is her character in general, but what's her name, Rizzo? What was up with her face? Was she passing gas? Was she holding a burp? Why was she scrunching up her lip like that? Why was she scrumping up the side of her face like that? Was she trying to persuade like this tough bravado, chick from like a boss family or something? Like I wasn't buying it. Like she was like overdoing it. Like she could have just spoke regular, and that would have been like her toughness right there. Because we know that you're tough. You don't have to scrunch up your face or what you're trying to say, or what you're trying to do, what you're about to do. Like, nah, like, ugh. This is what I was talking about when we was talking about Gacy. You either do a good job or you do a bad job. You're either convincing or you're not. And to me, she wasn't convincing. And like I said, if this is like her on a regular, then I don't know. But in terms of your second question, in terms of him either being a singles competitor or in a group, I mean, this dude he wants to be like the Dom, or he wants to be like the Dom of NXT. So he's going to need help. Yes, he's going to need like his family behind him. So I mean, he's strong enough and able to be a singles competitor. He proved that last week. I mean, he was amazing on that tag team match. Absolutely amazing. But moving forward and with this plan that he has, I don't know. I say, as you're doing this plan, keep your family close, keep your family near just in case. But I guess at that moment we would know when or if he would be able to move forward as a singles competitor. How would that fly? Can he sell by himself as opposed to having the family to help him sell as that whole family package? So only time will tell, Jay. Time will be our will help us with our answer more.
You know what's the funny thing? When I look at that family, it reminds me of FBI. You guys remember FBI from back in the days, the full-blooded Italians? That's what they remind me of. They're like one guy away from being that, with with the addition of Rizzo being the chick. Des, you remember that group?
Yeah,
Shane? Do you think that they're similar to them?
No, I don't remember them.
Uh,
that the little guy's name, like he was basically like the most important one. Uh, but he was funny. What's his name?
I don't know, but I just remember just the group's name. It was hard
Okay,
to remember. It was hard to remember the characters' names, but that's all I know them by was FBI. So yeah. Uh, they stuck us with another promo prior to our next match, and that's the promo. Uh, we could probably skip by because
I
that's the
was about to,
promo that. But
I was about to hit the snowball button if we had to hear another goddamn promo. I was about to start throwing snowballs.
I can't see him any. I can't see him anyway. So like I got the bad phone, so I don't see
God,
him when none of that stuff happens.
goddamn androids.
Yeah, when y'all say snowballs, I'm just laughing at it. All I can see is like the laughs, the hearts, the other things, whatever people do. But I've never seen the snowball effect, so I just laugh at it pretty much. And that's why I said I would like to skip that promo because it's a promo with your guy, Mr. Ridge the Fridge. So I know Des don't really care too much for Ridge, so I'll go ahead and skip on by that one and go to the number one contenders match where we have Chase U versus Axiom and Frazier. Ay Dios míos, what a match we got, and what a ending, which was very much not expected. When I said it in the group chat, I was like, what? And then Des was like, this is a much needed move. I'm thinking like, wow, I didn't expect this at all with the outcome, as far as what we're seeing. But the match itself was good, but you know, I expected more out of within Axiom and his boy and Frazier. I just wanted them to be, it seemed like with Chase U they wasn't on the same pace with them, but every guy got to display something tonight, which was cool. So, guys, I'm gonna go with Des first, and then Shane. What were your thoughts on the match, and then what were your thoughts after the match?
Um, I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm a fan of Nathan Frazier and Axiom. Like, dude, they don't ever disappoint me at all. Like, I really enjoy the matches that they've put on in the last 2 months. That between the Dusty Cup and just regular NXT, I've really enjoyed them a lot. They are tough little guys. They really are, and they're fast. Um, and shit, man, Jay, you can't tell me that was not the cleanest Spanish fly you have ever seen, especially coming off the top rope. Like that shit was so clean. I was just like, holy shit. And he did it with a big guy at that. Like I was completely impressed by that, 100%. Um, then this Senton Samoan drop, or I don't even know what the hell you call that shit. That was executed. That shit was another awesome spot for me on the match. Um,
It was the Senton Gutbuster.
yeah, okay, that. I mean, that shit was crazy. Um, Another thing that I wrote down was that it seems like Sean likes putting Axiom and Frazier in matches against bigger guys. I don't know what it is, but I guess it's just showing their toughness, and they are tough. I really like this team. I really do. Um, and then the ending. I mean, it sucks that they lost by that pinning combination like that, but the ending with the Good Brothers appearing and just completely taking everybody out. I was like, yes, that's exactly how you keep them relevant and keep them from getting lost in the shuffle on SmackDown is by bringing them to NXT and giving us another viable tag team. Because I mean, shit, imagine the match that they would have against Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker. Like, is it me or does Anderson? Right, that's the taller one. This dude looks like he's ripped and like just biker Undertaker mode. Like, bruh, they looked good tonight doing what they did, and the fans were loving it. So obviously, there's a calling for them. So I'm all for it. I'm not a fan of them being lost in the shuffle and being lost somewhere, and just next thing you know, we're seeing that they were released. So I like the direction. I said it in the chat. I'll say it here live. Nice move by Triple H and Shawn Michaels with having the Good Brothers on NXT. Shane?
Yeah, this was a cool match. I like this match, and yeah, I see why they book the big strong guys to go against Axiom and Frazier because they are the faster guys, the more high risk maneuver guys. So again, it's like speed versus power. Because I tell you, man, that Duke Hudson dude, woof, that is one big mother suka. Y'all hear me? And the fact that they was able to do that perfect Spanish fly on him, on the big guy, that was visual gold. Visual gold. But some way, somehow, this Chase U dude won by doing the roly poly thing. I didn't get that pen, but I guess it had to be done with the story moving forward. But I love how these two, this Gallows and Anderson, how they came in and they just cleaned the house. I mean, clean the kitchen, the living room, the bathroom, and all the bedrooms, all at once, baby. Whew. Stood there with the victory and stood there with the possibility of seeing them going against the champions for that championship title. That is going to be an awesome, awesome match. I can't wait to see that. I'm predicting that we're going to see that Gallows and Anderson versus Wolf Dogs or OC or what's the name, the Good Brothers, God Brothers, or whatever they call themselves. But I will say this: we're going to call them the next tag team champions. Watch and see. Jay?
This nigga said the God Brothers. Shane, you are on one tonight, bro. I'm just letting you know that you are on one tonight. This is your night, man. Wow.
But I will give them this, Gallows and Anderson. Um, I like them. Like I'm not speaking out of tone, am I? Yeah, I think I am. I'm sorry. I'm about to jump the gun here. I'm done. Jay, go ahead, Jay.
Go ahead, preach, my brother, preach. Go ahead.
But I was going to talk about the backstage. It was like a backstage interview that they did, but that was like later on. I didn't want to jump, but you're saying that it's okay? If you're saying it's okay, then I was only going to say, because I don't know exactly what they said, but all I remember is that I said, wow, these guys are really good on a microphone. Like I like how they deliver on the microphone. It's like it's not too it's not like they're trying to make themselves sound big and group, and they're just speaking regular. But it's like it's no stuttering anything like that. It's like it's perfect. It's like it's the strength in their words, but they don't have to force it out because they're already big and strong. So whatever they say is powerful and demanding anyway, and I love it. I love like that whole package of OC, and it's too bad that they wasn't able to use it more on SmackDown. Hopefully they can shine bigger here on NXT.
But now this leads into one thing. Where does this leave me, Chin? Is this now her by herself now? Is she gonna get lost in the shuffle based off of all of this, or does she follow them back to NXT? Des, what you think about that?
Well, if she wants, if she says she's tired of being everybody else's stepping stone and people stepping all over her to get to where they got to be. Maybe that might be the right move for her to get back down to NXT, sharpen those skills up some more, prove herself down there, become a champion there, and then talk her shit and then come back to the main roster. Like, yeah, look, clearly I wasn't holding myself back. It was you bitches. And, come back with a swag. I mean, that's the only thing I can see for her. If not, then she will continue to be the new Tamina of SmackDown and just be everybody else's punch dummy. So that's my take on that. Short and sweet.
You know what I see mentioned? I see her as a friend of Bobby and Friends. Yeah, I said it.
So
So
wait,
she's gonna replace BFAB?
yeah, I was just about to say he kicking B-Fab out already. God damn.
Yeah, she's gonna beat B Fab out. She's gonna grab up her red hair and throw her right out and say, "You're not needed here. We're Bobby and Friends. We don't need you. Why don't you go back to Trip Dollar at that little whatever circuit he's at? But I got this."
Oh
That's
my
what I
god.
want to see.
Trip Dollar, Trip Dollar.
Very well stated. Trip Dollar is hilarious.
No,
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I mean, I don't know. I mean, because from what we witnessed with the little battle royal, which was pretty cool, by the way. I mean, I see her, shining her own. Like she can hold her own ground if they put her in that position. But in terms of her, what going to NXT to follow these guys, what is she going to do? Is she going to do the same thing by standing in the background with these two guys? Like, how would she shine on NXT? Will she be able to shine bigger on NXT than on SmackDown? Whether it's by herself or with these guys, like how would she even land on NXT if she was by herself? It's you understand what I'm saying? It's like what to do with her, just like what to do with all of these other competitors that you have going back and forth on all of these brands.
yeah, but yeah, it seems like she's gonna get lost, bro. From the way everything is going, you know, the Tamina, the Tamina vibes, and the fact that she just gives you all right matches, and we've been seeing a little bit much more of her the past month, I would say, and I want to see something drawn up for her, but it has to be in the right form. And we noticed that in that battle royal, she was in the top four, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe there's something for her, but she's definitely, in my opinion, she's not even going to Mania. She's not getting no matches. She'll probably be on Friday Night SmackDown having a match, prior to it, or being in the Women's Little Rumble that they have, if they have that this year. So you know, good luck to her. And on that note, we have Des. We have another one. We have another promo from your boy responding, Mr. Ilya Dragunov. Mm, he was mad. He's really coming for his soul. Ooh, I really like this. How they, prep this up for their match coming up. Spicy, you know, I liked it. Good shit, Dragunov. So saying your name first, I'll go with you first on that one, and then Shane can follow. What do you think from this comeback promo from Ilya tonight?
Um, hmm. I'm sorry. It's a thing that singers do sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
My apologies. But yeah, I mean, it was cool. It was alright. I mean, I don't like him. Not gonna lie, I don't like him. I was confused by the whole red eye situation. Like, is that something that he does, or like, is he known for that, or is he is he the dragon or something like that? Like, I was just like, oh, cool, his eyes just turned red. But again, I still think that he helped turn Trick against Mello, so he's an instigator and he's trying to cover his tracks. Um, and I can't wait for Mello to beat him and get the title back from him. Fuck Dragunov, Ilja, fuck him. That's how I feel about it. Shane.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so this guy, they want to use special effects to make him look more evil to prove his point because he was like, I'm coming for something more important. Your show, black and white picture with the red eyes, special effects. It was like, well, Mello didn't need special effects. He just straight up told you what was up. You needed special effects to look evil? Like, dude, you lost me there. You didn't have to do that because we already know that you're a good fighter. You have proven that, which is why you are, in fact, the champion. You had to do all that special effects. Didn't catch me out there. But what you were saying, Des, what you just said had me lead to saying this. Yes, that was messed up what Dragunov did to get Trick to do what he did. But at the end of the day, it wasn't Dragunov that did that. It was Trick that did that. It was Trick that let somebody from the outside of that circle tell him how to think and what to say to his boy. And their relationship wasn't even like that long. Like this guy just came out of nowhere and started whispering stuff to Trick about Mello, and he somewhat opened his mind up to listen to it and to take it in and to think about that instead of just saying, "Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? Are you kidding me? Yo, get the hell, yo, bounce up away from me, man, before I snuff you like that ass, yo. Like you talking about my boy here." But no, instead he took that shit in. That's on Trick. And that's another reason why Melo should be even more upset with Trick by having somebody else telling you how to freaking talk to me and how to listen to me and what to say to me. Are you kidding me? Yeah, okay. You need some more special effects dragging off because, Jay.
Yep, so we all wasn't sold on Mr. Dragunov tonight. Salute to that. And on that note, we got a match which featured, to me, the MVP wrestler of the night. And that would be Miss Lash Legend. She went up against Kalani Jordan. Wow. Lash, girl, whew, you displayed some strength tonight. You brung the heat. You did it all. And girl, mm-mm-mm. Cake, 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 cake. Shane, what were your thoughts on that match? And then Des.
You know what? Even without the liquor in my system, with no drugs whatsoever, I am Shane O'Mac. I am not under the influence. I truly believe that this Lady Lash Legend is an iRobot. There's no way that this Lash is human. She is not human. The things that she does in that ring is that power that is coming from a woman. She has got to be something beyond that. She has got to be like, I don't know, like just a robot. It's so hard to believe that she is so powerful like that. Yeah, I was thinking iRobot Will Smith. But I say congratulations to Lash. She handed Jordan her Jordans all right. Hmm.
Um, hmm. My apologies. I don't know. This goddamn mute button's been acting weird tonight. I've been pressing it and then it's not unmuting. But uh, okay. I had an opinion on this match prior to watching the whole show, but I'm not gonna let the ending of the show ruin how I felt about this match. So with that being said, Lash Legend is unbelievable. It's sad because last week, if I'm not mistaken, if it wasn't last week, it was the week before when she was all over these wrestling pages and stuff like that for the power that she displayed and stuff. But then Miss Parker stole the goddamn stole the shine from her because of her appearance, and then her in ring skills as well, but mainly for her appearance. But Lash Legend is just incredible to me. Like my gosh, that strength is crazy. Guys, come on. Kalani was trying to do that crossbody, and Lash just kicked her midair. Like, bitch, get out of here! Like, that was insane. Yo, that was insane. Like, who does that? And then she just completely just started manhandling Kalani. But I like to say that Kalani, Miss Jordan, she didn't have any quit in her. Like, she didn't just fold. She was trying to fight back, and I give it to her. But I mean, she did fold eventually. Like, literally, Lash literally just put her on her back and folded this bitch like a fucking pretzel. She folded her, and I was just like, "Yo, this is an unreal power. Like, how can you hold a grown ass woman like that and just completely just fold her where her head and toes are almost touching each other, like crazy?" Um, and then the ending, Jakara distracted Kalani while she was on the top rope, and then Lash just delivered this big ass top rope choke slam that I was just like, yes. Yes, the choke slam is making its way back. I love that. So all in all, great showing again for Lash. Hopefully Shawn Michaels continues to book her to look strong, but not just a strong monster, but she has in ring ability. Hopefully we don't mess up and lose her momentum by booking her stupidly, no matter how short of a notice. Jay.
Man, and then even like after that match had happened, you seen how Kiana and her homegirl came out. Izzy Dame, another sports figure name, came in and tried to jump her, and like I was wondering, in my opinion, to what you guys were saying, how she got demolished. Like, yo, how did Kalani even get up and have the instincts to, run around that double team and be out quick? Like, yo, you should have still been in the ring, like, like literally, fatality. You was done on the floor. You done. There was no way she should have been up. But wow, cat-like instincts. She got up and she dipped. I give that to her. She's like Des said, she's a little feisty one, so I give it to her. But, it ain't the end for her either because she's literally not even 5 matches in. We all saw her first match, so you know she still needs more work, and she can't be this little goody goody. I don't know. She probably got to change that little goody goody stuff up, and maybe she'll get a win. But kudos to Lash on that one, and you know the point Shane brung up, the little OC promo, and they were like, the boys are back for as long as possible. And I like that. They're letting us know that this is full time for them, and we're gonna get the OC in there fighting some of these tag teams, and hopefully, I would say keep them there permanently to develop the other tag teams within NXT to bring, to let them know if they're the right guys to be called up. You know, if you could beat the OC, you good enough to go up there to the main roster. So, like even Des said it earlier. Kudos to them for even taking the opportunity to go down there. And I'm happy with it, satisfied, and I want the OC to have some type of range with them and just have fun because that's all they do. They're good brothers, and I'd rather them being the good brothers than being the OC anyway. So we get more of Too Sweet action, and you know with that we got literally the last match of the night, and that featured Miss Lyra Valkyria, woo, against Shotzi, green haired. I can't go by too much with this match because it was going good, and as it was going good, it made me sad to see how it happened. Ended. As far as what happened to Shotzi. And then, kudos to Ava and kudos to, Lash Legend for taking the assignment literally with just a couple of minutes to go on the show and even helping put in Lyra over in a match that, was already probably written for her to beat Shotzi anyway. So I'm not too mad at it. This is why I would say Lash Legend was my MVP of the night because this was literally plan B, and plan B fell right into place within seconds. And this was unheard of. She gave a good display in that match. She did her thing. Like, she just kept on showing me a lot. And when you could call a chick's name upon that, even just in general, when you're asked to work overtime, when you're not expected to work overtime and you're doing it in front of your bosses and you actually live up to the standards and continue to do good, then that's what gets you to where you want to be later on down the line. And as I was telling Des earlier, I feel that, you know, this right here was a momentum build for her, even though it wasn't the outcome that you expected. It was basically, like I said, in the storyline already, more than likely for Valkyria to win. What were your guys' thoughts on the match itself, and then what happened, and then the outcome? Shane, I'm gonna start with you on that, and then Mundo.
Yeah, I was, because we already knew before this match even started that Shotzi was going to get hurt. Like I was surprised that they showed this match at all. So I'm looking, and then when we see the moment that it happened, I don't know if you guys remember that I said in the chat that this was weird to me. It was weird that that was the thing that caused her, I guess, her ACL to tear, because it wasn't like she jumped off the third rope and did like a high flip or anything like that. I mean, she basically just leaped off the apron, which is like a common move. And like she torn herself from doing a common move compared to all the other moves that she did prior. When she first came into the ring in her intro, how she jumped up and flipped, and then she was standing up, and then she dropped to her knees and leaned back so the back of her head can touch the ring. Like, she was doing all of this stuff, and I'm looking to see, okay, which spot does she get hurt? And you had all of these things that she was doing, which would have been that moment you would think that she got hurt. But it was the part where she jumped off the apron, which I thought was just so weird. Maybe her leg, her bottom part of her leg was twisted or something like that. I don't know, but my prayers goes out to her, and she actually did leave a message on Twitter saying that that she's okay, she's feeling okay, and she might need surgery, and she's going to be out for several months, probably possibly the rest of the year, because they have to work on her knee, but hopefully it'll be sooner than that. But it was interesting to me how Ava came out. Ava came out. Shout out to her. And I like how instead of her saying, I have this competitor to come out for you, she made it into like an open challenge. So I call on anyone from the back to come, and you immediately get this title shot, for the title. And we're all sitting there in anticipation, waiting to see who will come out. Me, I thought it would have been either Tatum, the girl that she specifically told to stay in the back, or Miss Perez, when she finally gets her title shot. But no, it was Lash. Because they figured, well, you just got out of the ring. You still pumped up. Okay, plan B. Lash, you want to get in there and finish playing? Yeah, sure. And it was probably the best move for her. This was definitely Lash's night. She definitely showed that she's willing to work, and she will put in that work, and she's definitely proven that she is a superstar. That was a superstar move for her to step in like that and to deliver a damn good match, because I really thought that she was going to win, especially with that shameful pin. Wait a minute. That's how you beat Last Legend with that move? Let me get my damn drink and put some arson and some oil and some castor oil or whatever in there. Because I can't believe that was the move that pinned Last Legend. But I guess at the end of the day, Valkyria had to be the champion moving on. But shout out to Last Legend, because even though you didn't win the titles, you definitely won a lot of hearts, including mine.
Shane, Des, before you go, Shane, you peeped how Roxy got mad in the back?
Yeah, she broke that goddamn TV. That's coming out your check, sweetie.
Shane, Des.
I get the moral victory shit that you guys are spewing out tonight, but for the exact same reason of what you said, Shane, is why I thought this was a stupid ass move for Lash Legend to come out, because of the way that match finished. Just, you completely stripped away everything that we just watched in the match before that between her and Kalani Jordan. The whole mystique of Lash being this, dominant woman, what can you do to beat her? And then she loses by a fucking splash off the top rope. Nothing. No flair to this. Just a fucking splash. It sounded like even the damn announcers were just like, wait, oh, that's the three? Oh, shit. Like, that was a piss poor way to lose the match. I don't give a shit if it's plan B or not. If you know that there's going to be a finish like that, why even put it out there, man? That made her look so weak. Like, we literally just been on a roll of talking about how a lot of these big men are losing to little guys and how it looks bad between uh what's it, Mr. Stone's guy Vaughn, and how he lost to Noam Dar, and like this just fits that mold. I mean, yes, you guys can go with the more victory stuff, like, oh yeah, you know, this will be good for her moving forward and all that other stuff. It's WWE. This shit might not even do nothing for her. They just like, oh yeah, you did a good job, thanks, and then she'll go right back to the same story that she was pulling anyway. I don't see this elevating her to the main event all of a sudden now. Why? Why? I mean, this made her look small, in my opinion. I didn't like it. I think, like you said, maybe Electra should have came out, or somebody else. But Lash, I don't think that was a good choice to put her in that situation like that, and then for the match to end the way it did. I mean, that anticlimactic to the T.
Like I said, it was like I hear what you're saying, Jay Mundo. I hear what you're saying, but yeah, I would have like Valkyria should have given more. And I don't know what Vicaria's finished move is. I mean, if that was her move, like I don't want to believe that that splash is Vicaria's final move. That's her 3 count move. Like I expected like a more powerful move, whether it's like some type of fancy kick or something like that, and then you do the splash and then you do the pin. That I get, but just that splash, like, and we've been getting a couple of these soft pins lately, especially from the women, which is like kind of like annoying. But hey, we'll see, man. Hey, Jay.
Well, that pretty much, you know, that's all we have for NXT tonight. Now, is there anything you guys would like to talk about? Did you guys enjoy the show? What would you give it a rating tonight? What could have been done more if you was in either Ava or Shawn Michaels' shoes for tonight? Des, I'll go with you first, and then Shane.
Oh, am I suing you, Triple J? Am I suing you for that last question?
I just thought about what you did last night.
Just jacked your stuff. Just jacked it.
Yo, okay,
Mm-mm-mm.
I'll entertain it for tonight, but next week you gotta do your own thing, man. Um, and you already know where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go right back to this whole what we just spoke about. I'm not a fan of how that went down. I don't care if somebody got injured or not, but as far as Shotzi, yes, prayers up to her. Like I said, that looked like an ACL because I mean we've seen it so much in the NBA, not say in the NFL as well. No contact injury because I mean that could have been excuse me, an ACL, or it could have been a Achilles. But since she was reaching for the knee, I was like, that's definitely an ACL tear. They're the weirdest injury to witness, Shane. Like nothing would be happening, and next thing you know, somebody's on the floor and they can't walk. But anyway, yeah, if I was Sean or Ava, I would have never put Lash in that situation. Yes, to put people over, but Lash is still trying to make a name for herself. So how she's putting somebody over? I mean, I get it with Shotzi. Shotzi's a SmackDown superstar, so it makes sense. But I just that's what I would have changed. I would have sent somebody else out there, regardless of if Lash just came back from the ring.
I mean, for what it was like, oh, okay, yeah, that you're doing that. But then, like I said in the beginning, I thought it would have been either Tatum, being hard headed and running out there and they having a match some way somehow, or Roxanne running out there and getting her chance at it. I would have done it that way. Anything else? No. I mean, it was a cool show. It was a good show. I like how they, which is what Raw should have did yesterday, how they had the picture in picture when they did a commercial break during an actual match. They did the picture in picture, which I liked. Other than that, everything I wouldn't change anything. Everything was fine. It was cool how they started off with an actual title match. It was cool. All except for, of course, that last match. But other than that, yeah, everything was good. Jay.
Awesome, and that pretty much sums up NXT. Like all we got now coming up is this press conference Thursday night, and then we got SmackDown on Friday, guys. Oh God, it's just gonna be a long few days waiting up for this. Are we watching this Thursday? We gotta confirm it tomorrow, or what we gonna do? What do you think? We gonna just
Confirming,
sit back and watch?
confirming what?
Are we gonna just sit back and watch the press conference, or do you think we should go live after that, or just have it as a chill night, pretty much?
We are we are not gonna go live after this press conference when it is starting at 11 p.m. here, bro.
Just
We
asking a quick question.
know
Just
this thing.
asking. We have fans, you know.
No, we can simply talk about it on Friday. I'll squeeze in there. We can talk about it.
Cool, cool, cool. Thank you for that. Appreciate you, the host with the most. Thank
Yes,
you.
I will be returning to. This is your boy Shane O'Mac, by the way. I will be returning to SmackDown, where we will talk about that press conference, as well as, of course, SmackDown, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the Elimination Chamber. For we will continue to celebrate Elimination Chamber Week. So we have a jam-packed show coming for you Friday. Trust me, I already have it in my head, and you're gonna love it. You don't want to miss it.
Please don't have one of my segments on your show.
Why would you automatically assume that I would grab your segments? I have my own segments. Remember?
It just happened. My newest segment at
Yeah, but look who did it. Wasn't me.
Shade, Shade, Shade. Yes, break this tag team up. Break them up.
But this tag team ain't getting broken up. You must be bugging. You know
I
how
know.
me and Shane do. There's always shade, but you know, there's always sugar in the tea. Come on, come on.
Ooh,
I'm
you
good.
guys got your tea, huh? All right,
Tea and
sugar.
biscuits.
I don't think that's what the listeners heard. You just said that y'all got sugar in y'all tea. So I'm saying,
Yeah, that was kind of worded weird, Jay. Jinx a lot, dude. Ugh, ugh. See that now? Now there's a rainbow on my phone. See what you did, dude? Ugh,
yo,
What a way to end the night.
uh,
Jesus
I
look
would,
at that.
Christ.
I just
I would,
got a message. Yeah, the Three Bells is actually be the Grand Marshals of the Pride Parade this year. Oh, jeez.
uh, sugar,
Sugar
oh,
Shane and Jackie J.
no,
Jack
no,
and
no.
J.
It's sugar.
Jackie J.
I got it's Sugar Shane and Sweet J.
Dead. I'm dead.
Yo,
Beyond dead.
yes, Shane. I'm gonna get back to saying that one day or another. Curse I peeped you today. Yo,
Oh shit.
yo,
Uh, yeah, we on. Yeah, Jay and I on the bus going. Yeah, happy Pride. Mm-hmm.
I can't believe that man said that. We got sugar in
The
our
wheels on the bus go
Sugar
round
and
and
tea. Oh boy.
round and round.
Ugh.
The
Yeah,
wheels
Look,
on the bus
that's
go
how you
round
end the
and
show, dude.
I have a better question for y'all. How about this one? Because I didn't ask this on Monday night. I skipped over Thursday and asked y'all predictions for Friday. But what do you guys think may happen on Thursday? Shane, and then Jay.
Considering what happened on the other Thursday with the surprise press conference, I have no idea. I really don't. I have no idea. But I do expect to be wowed again. That I expect. And I would be highly disappointed if I'm not wowed.
I hope we get a Nia versus Rhea Ripley video package the way we got the Rock and Roman and Cody and stuff. You know, I hope we get that. That'll be fire if they did that. You know, something got to set it off. So you know, I'm expecting that because since we all know that's the main event, and I ain't looking forward to anything else on that interview show or that press conference, whatever you want to call it, other
Dude,
than
you
other
want
than those two.
you want a video package for a live press conference?
I'm
They're gonna be at
saying, like,
Perth.
I'm
They're gonna be
saying
out there.
they
Like, what do you need a video for? They're gonna be out
I'm
there.
saying the way they did the Rock and Roman thing. You know, they could do a little they were like a little pre-video.
What you mean, like
You
a
never know.
teaser, like the Hollywood
Yeah,
teaser they did for Mania?
yeah, we could maybe get something like that.
Oh, they would have been done that, don't you think? You think that's enough
Oh,
time to
shit.
put something together like that on a Thursday? Should have been done that.
Probably prior to them two coming out.
one thing I just want to make it known. Every time the WWE does one of these pre-press conferences, we don't get one post-show. So don't expect to have a press conference after the pay-per-view is over, because they're doing it ahead of the pay-per-view. And I get it. That's mainly probably because of the fact that the pay-per-view is coming on at 5 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast of the United States and 2 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast. So it's like that's already pushing it. So just don't be surprised if there's no post-press conference.
I would say this. Shout out to everyone that's in Hawaii. Hawaii, you'll get to see that PLE at 12 a.m. Lucky y'all.
Shit, you already know me. I'm staying up. So, yeah.
Shit, I would be in deep sleep at 5 a.m. Shit.
Not me.
Yep, I agree with Shane. Deep sleep.
Not me. I'll be up in the group chat. Just chat. Talking to myself.
However, for us to be in one accord, that's why we have our show for 10:30 on Saturday night. Yes, that way at that time all of us would have seen the PLE and we would all have our notes, and good old Mundo, aka Mr. AKA, would be able to host that show. Correct?
Wait, hold up. Me? I thought you were hosting that show.
Me?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Right, because you did the first. Okay, got it.
I did Royal Rumble.
Yes, you did.
Me?
Wow, just that quick, I forgot. Let me find out. We was about to do a PLE, and you go, Shane, take it away. Wait, what? That's what are you talking about? Okay, good thing.
Oh my
like, Shane,
God.
you're hosting tonight. Oh my God, no way. Wait.
I don't have my segments set up. Wait, hold on.
But it is definitely confirmed. It is. But it is confirmed that we are having a recap show of Elimination Chamber Saturday night at 10:30. Yes, 10:30 here in New York. 10, 8, 9, 8, 7, 7 Cali, LA.
Yeah.
7:30. 7:30.
Yeah, I'll figure out my
7:30.
I'll figure out my situation to make it happen for that time. Yes.
All right, cool. And if anything changes, let us know and we can change the time accordingly. But I would love to have a show because I have a feeling we're going to have a lot to talk about on Saturday so that we could get up for your show, Monday Night Raw, which should be another interesting show, Des. Moon.
As long as it's not as many commercials next fucking week. I mean, if it is, then I don't know. We're gonna have a whole bunch of free time to talk about other shit again because we had a show full of commercials and barely anything WWE related. So hopefully.
Yeah, I might have to form like an email if that happens again on Monday because last Monday was ridiculous.
I agree with you.
See.
Out a way how to tweet WWE while the show was going on, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. I don't know how to really work Twitter. I just know how to scroll through shit, but I don't know how to actually send anything out. Because I was trying to figure this out, like why is there so many commercials? Why?
Just put at WWE and it'll just pop up. That's what I do. It's simple.
Okay, so then we'll put our notes together and then we'll give it to Jay and then Jay will send it out. There you go, Mundo.
I will send it out. I will hashtag it with Heel Mellow. How about that one?
Because
how about this? I'll hashtag the streak is not over for the Undertaker.
No.
The streak is not over?
Yeah. How's the streak not over?
Because remember, like you said, there was erasing everything Brock Lesnar. So that's what I was saying that.
But then he still lost it.
It would have never happened.
How?
Of course it would have happened.
That match might have never went down.
How do you think that?
I don't know. Maybe it would have been a different path for him to lose to somebody differently. He may not have chosen Roman as that guy. If you know.
He said that he thought that Roman should have been the guy to end the streak. That was out of his own mouth. He said that.
Yeah, he would have been the one if you're erasing, the other guy. Roman would be the one of 20 whatever and one. Yeah, it still would have happened. And you know who else almost would have been the one? Des should know the answer to this question, but he refused. He didn't want to be the guy that would be the first to defeat Taker at Mania. You know who that guy is, right, Mundo?
Because he knows what's best for business as well. So it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, you know who we talking about?
Tell me, wise man. Go ahead and tell me.
Go ahead, Shane.
Oh, it's Edge. Good
Mm,
old Edge. Can you
Mr.
picture it? Can you
Copeland
picture?
himself.
Yeah.
No,
I
no.
wouldn't have wanted Edge. I would have rather someone like Shawn Michaels,
Right.
being that they was going in so deep. Like they had like hands down the best matches in like in Mania. They was like absolutely amazing matches. And I think he would have been like that guy. But then again, Shawn Michaels did in Ric Flair's career. That was a tearjerker there. I don't know. Is there
Imagine
anybody
it,
else in the roster?
imagine it was Shane himself that did it. As many times that Shane went after Undertaker.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Can you imagine? Man, listen.
That would have been
I
wild.
would have Taker's face like on my profile if Shane O'Mac would have beaten Taker.
I would,
I know Dez would have been tight. If it would have been Shane O'Mac. Out of all these motherfuckers, Shane O'Mac, dude. But who else would have been? But who else would have been like a good pick besides those three guys that we mentioned? I don't know if anyone else that would have been that person that would have defeated him at Mania. Do you
Kane.
know
I know.
anyone?
Kane. Oh.
Ooh, Prime Kane.
Yeah, I mean, he barely beat him at WrestleMania 14. Barely. He had to tombstone him 3 times, and Kane technically, to me, kicked out of that third one, but the referee just counted to 3. But yeah,
Dez. Dez, wasn't CM Punk originally supposed to be the guy that was supposed to end the streak, but then got sidetracked and that's why he left?
I heard that. I believe maybe I might even heard that from him himself. Um,
Right.
but
That's crazy.
yeah, that was during that year where he was just over it. So, but
Imagine he was the one though.
I was torn that match. Like I said, I've been a CM Punk guy for as long as I can remember, and we already know that I'm an Undertaker guy. So, seeing them go against each other at WrestleMania was just like, oh man, that's how I used to feel. That's how I used to feel when Kobe and the Lakers used to go against the Brooklyn Nets. I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, I've been rooting for Kobe all my life, and I'm a Brooklyn Nets fan. So I'm like, come on. So yeah, but we've in my opinion, I think we dragged this carcass along a little bit too long at this point.
The
uh,
carcass. The
got
carcass is the way you want to end it.
I've had an extremely long day, and I gotta go to work in the morning. Unfortunately,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
On that note, everybody, we have a show lined up on Friday night at 10:15, hosted by your boy, Mr. Shane O'Mac, with a SmackDown recap. Everybody, stay tuned and let's get it. Yeet.
Good fight. Good night.
And as always, no yeet.